Hello, I'm Michael Underwood and I'm a teacher and a parent, and I'm working with White Rose Maths to support other parents on how they can help their children with their maths at home. Now in this episode we're looking at multiplication. Now multiplication is an interesting one because again, when we were at school we probably learnt to do it a very specific way, and what we've learnt over time is that things have changed slightly, and actually the terminology we use is what can often cause the confusion. Take a look. Here's a calculation, 23 multiplied by 6. Now, if I was at school, this is the way I was taught to do it. 6 times 3 is 18. Put the 1 down there and the 8 in there. 6 times 2 is 12. Add the 1, 13. Now, many of you might now be going, yes, that's absolutely the method I'd use as well, and it works brilliantly. Well, it does work, but again, it works because you did it so many times. That repetition meant it settled into your brain, and then you realise that's how you've got to do it. But actually, when you break it down, does it really make sense? I mean, why are we putting this down here? And it's not a 1, it actually represents a 10. Now, a common mistake that most children make is they forget to put this number back into the calculation, so they'll get the wrong answer. And it's easy to understand why. You're just putting a tiny little 1 at the bottom there. Of course you might miss it. So the way it's taught today is slightly different. And if you've seen any of our previous videos, you will recognize this. This is our place value grid. Now, we often tell you how important place value is, and this is why nowadays we spend a lot more time in schools teaching this method to children. So have a look here. I have my place value grid. Let me move this off, actually. I'll get a blank one of those. There we go. Perfect. Right. I know at first glance it might be quite confusing, but actually, when I break it down for you, you'll totally get it. So you can see here, I have got rows of 23. 10, 10, 1, 2, 3. So there's 23. Now I need it 6 times. So I'm just going to put the last one in here. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So there you can see I have 23 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is exactly matching our calculation over here. 23 multiplied by 6. So let's try and solve it. 6 times 3, well, we know that's 18. Have I got 18 ones here? Yes, I do. I've got 18 ones, but I can't put 18 in the ones column. So what I need to do is exchange them. So I'm going to exchange 10 ones and put an extra 10 in my tens column. So here we go. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ooh, moving everything around. I'll take those and I'll exchange them for an extra 10, which I'm going to pop in just there. So how many ones do I have now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 ones, and I've added an extra 10 into my tens column. The next calculation we need to make is 6 times 2. Now hopefully your children will be using their times tables knowledge to answer this. Of course it's 12. So have we got our 12 tens? Well yes we have, they're just here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we've got our extra one, which you can see just represented down here. 13 tens. Now we can't put 13 tens in our tens column, so we need to exchange once again. So we'll exchange 10 of those tens for 100. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We'll pop a 100 in there. And if we go back to our calculation, that's exactly what we've done. So 6 times 2 we know is 12. We're going to add on this extra 10, that gives us 13 tens. We're going to put the 3 tens and 1 100, which is exactly what we've got here represented in our place value grid. So hopefully you can see how this physical representation of a calculation can really help your children's understanding of the value of a number. Now obviously we're using smaller numbers here, and these place counters are brilliant for that. But when we get into larger numbers, it will be impossible to use counters. But the point is, when we're teaching them from the very beginning, that early understanding, this is what is so useful, this is what is so powerful, and this will help them as they continue on through their maths journey. Now before I go, I did want to show you this. When we do start to use larger numbers, you may have seen this on your children's work, just over here. This is the grid method when we do multiplication with larger numbers. Now if you would like to know more about this, then do let us know in the comments section. And remember, if you'd like to find out more details, then you can with the White Rose Maths Parents Guide to Multiplication, which is available if you click the link in the description. But for now, bye-bye.